I'm 23 years old, and I've been dating this girl that is 18 years old for 8 months. From the start of our relationship, we've had some amazing and diverse outings where we had a lot of fun. However, I don't enjoy going to places like nightclubs. I used to go to them a lot when I was younger, but nowadays, I don't have the energy for it. And if I do go, I prefer to return early. To summarize the current disagreements I'm having with her, there are 2 main points. 1, she complains that I don't hang out with her friends, and that she feels I'm preventing her from going out. I've always made it clear that I have no problem with her going out with her friends. I just don't want her going to nightclubs alone, which I consider perfectly reasonable. Even so, we've gone out this way a few times despite me not enjoying it. I did it just to make her happy. 2, we see each other every weekend, but there was one Saturday when we had planned for her to come to my place. We do this whenever we're not going out somewhere, so it was just another instance, nothing special. However, I asked her a day in advance if she could come on Sunday because there was a friend gathering. She got quite upset about it, but eventually agreed. So, I went, but she got even more upset because I stayed there until 6 in the morning. It was just a group of about 6 guys, playing games and having some drinks. Nothing special. She also complained that when I go out with her to a party, I want to come back early around 2 to 3 hours. Even though I don't like going to nightclubs, which are much more exhausting, I do go with her. She says I don't let her go out to see her friends, even though I've encouraged her to do so. I just don't want her going to nightclubs, but she claims it's the only type of outing there is. She said I lack common sense, and she feels restricted. So, let me ask you, am I in the wrong for not liking to go to nightclubs?
Hello, Sai here. Well, I believe he is not a jerk for not liking nightclubs, but he is making the wrong question. The correct one would be,
so, let me ask you, am I a jerk for not allowing my girlfriend to go the nightclub with her friends?
the verdict wouldn't change here because people in the comments section are actually judging the right question. I don't think it would be safe for her to go truly alone there, but if she is going to her friends, she is cool. Let's take a closer look to what he said now.
I've been dating this 18 years old girl for 8 months.
I just hope you are not dating her since she was 17, you prick.
She complains that I don't hang out with her friends. She feels I'm preventing her from going out. I just don't want her going to nightclubs alone.
This is a red flag for me, and he confused me in this one, to the point that I showed the text to 2 friends, and each one interpreted in a different way.
It is not okay for her to go to the nightclub without him.
He is okay with her going there with her friends, and sometimes he goes there just to please her.
Please allow me to repeat myself. If she is going to her friends, she is cool. She is not alone there. I believe that he just don't want her there without him, and I don't like this.
There was a friend gathering at one of their houses on Saturday, so I asked her to come hang out on Sunday instead.
Why you didn't invite your girlfriend to your friend's gathering thing? Like you said it yourself.
It was just a group of about 6 guys, playing games and having some drinks. Nothing special.
So why not go there with her? Don't you want your friends and you, Boo, to get along? Do they even know how you guys met? Is she your dirty little secret? Did you 2 start dating when she was 17?
But she claims it's the only type of outing there is.
I don't go out myself, like, at all. So if she is saying that nightclubbing is the only thing there is to do in town, I believe her. I have no saying in this matter. Well, that was my opinion on this. Let's see some top comments.
From what you've written, the issue isn't that you don't like going to nightclubs. You're not obligated to do anything. However, you also can't force your 18-year-old girlfriend not to go. You're depriving your 18-year-old girlfriend of living her life. As you mentioned, when you were her age, you enjoyed going to nightclubs. Does she not have the right to enjoy this phase of her life just because she's in a relationship? As others have said here, you took a risk by choosing to date someone in a different life stage. You either accept the reality or walk away.
entering into a relationship, while expecting not to compromise on anything is at the very least immature. Now, expecting to live the party life, that's asking to get hurt.
What did he give up for her in this context? Going to a nightclub 3 times in 8 months while he continues with the same habits? Hypocrisy.
He gave up meeting and being with other people. He gave up his free time on weekends to be with her. Look, I won't go on. You really don't seem to grasp that a person who wants to enter into a relationship gives up various things to be with that person. And it's mutual.
Wow, what a man. He even took time to see his own girlfriend. What I meant was that she had to give up doing something she likes, and if she doesn't, he gets upset. But when he does something she doesn't like, and now she's the one in the wrong.
I give up. It's reasonable that you don't want to go to the nightclub with your girlfriend and also don't want her to go alone. If you both follow these rules, if you didn't let her go but went yourself, that would be foolish. A nightclub is a terrible place for a couple, bro. If some dude starts to touch her inappropriately, what would you do? I won't dwell on this, but I believe that if your girlfriend wants to enjoy the nightclub scene with her friends, it might be better for both of you if she were single.
Why don't you want to let her go to the nightclub alone? But got upset when she complained that you stayed out with your friends until 6 in the morning. Double standards? You both need to sit down and talk. Nobody is obliged to like any activity. If you don't like nightclubs, you don't have to go. But it's also not right to prohibit her from going. If she enjoys nightclubs, it's her right. If the concern is her safety, sit down and talk. Express your concerns. Discuss potential risks and how she can handle them, etc. However, if the concern is your insecurity and lack of trust, thinking she might meet other guys at the nightclub, then that's your problem, not hers. She says I don't let her go out to see her friends. Even though I've encouraged her to go out, I just don't want her to go to nightclubs. In my opinion, you're being the jerk if you don't see an issue with that statement. It doesn't matter if there are thousands of types of activities you like. She has the right to enjoy nightclubs, and you have no right to forbid her from going. If you have any concerns about her going alone, then go with her. You have to weigh whether you prefer not to accompany her because you don't like the scene, or if you'd rather go with her to avoid leaving her alone.
You're dating a girl but wanting a woman. If you don't want to be forced to go to nightclubs, find someone older. It's going to be difficult, although possible, to find a younger person who isn't in that phase.
What kind of logic is that? Haha, women don't like parties.
The logic is that younger people often want to go to parties, and hobbies change as you mature.
It depends much more on the individual's personality and preferences than on their age. Some people aged 18 to 25 may never have enjoyed parties, while others aged 30 plus may go every week. In any case, going to parties is not synonymous with immaturity.
On average, no. Exception is an example of a fool. The more one matures, the less patience they have for staying at parties.
Speaking about your reality as the general rule isn't one of the smartest examples, but anyway.
That's why I mentioned the average and not my personal reality. In the part where it says on average, but you had to be able to read to notice that.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you had conducted extensive research on the subject to be competent to talk about it, and not simply taken that from your common sense. Could you please share the article with me?
If I'm wrong, then you believe that as people get older, on average, they enjoy parties more than they did when they were younger. Do you need an article to show you that this isn't how the world works? Is that it?
This discussion ended here, but another one was happening too. Let's recall what is said at the root of this discussion.
You're dating a girl but wanting a woman. If you don't want to be forced to go to nightclubs, find someone older. It's going to be difficult, although possible, to find a younger person who isn't in that phase.
Yes, because hobbies are all about age. A person can't enjoy reading, for example, and at the same time enjoy going to parties. Go water your plants, you gardening elder.
An exception is the example of a fool.
I never mentioned an exception. People have multiple hobbies. My friend, a fool is someone who attacks a scarecrow.
It's because you're the fool and don't realize. You're clinging to the exception. It's pretty obvious that hobbies change over the course of life. I'm not talking about the Reddit bubble, where there are childish adults who stick with the same hobbies from when they were children. I'm talking about normal people, added to ignore because my initial post wasn't meant for a debate.
They might have not liked that his post became a discussion, but I did. Let me know if you want a video focused on a research on that topic. See you in the next one.